So this problem says a triangle has a base of 9 kilometers and a height of 6 kilometers. How does the area change when each dimension is multiplied by 3? Okay, so the first thing we would have to do is we would have to find the area of the original triangle. And you don't have to have this formula memorized. You can pull it straight from your formula sheet. So the area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. It says that our base is 9 and that our height is 6. So I'm just going to plug those in. And then you can multiply it out in your calculator or your brain. 1/2 of 6 is 3, and 3 times 9 is 27. So the area of our original is 27 kilometers squared. Now we want to know what happens when we multiply our dimensions by 3. So if I multiply 9 by 3, it's going to be 27. And if I multiply 6 by 3, it's going to become 18. So now I want to find the area using those new dimensions. So 1/2 base times height. And then we can multiply it in our calculator or in our brain. Either one will work. 1/2 of 18 is 9, and 9 times 27 is 243. So we have our two areas. We have our original area and our new area. And we want to know how the area changed. Well, remember our scale factor was 3. So we're trying to relate it back to that. We multiplied each of our lengths by 3. So let's go ahead and set up a ratio. Oops, I don't want to change colors yet. If we set up a ratio of our image divided by our pre-image, so if we set up a ratio of these two areas, that equals 9. And now we have to ask ourselves, what's the relation between our scale factor of 3 and this ratio of 9? In other words, how can we go from 3 to 9? And the answer is 3 squared is 9. And here's kind of a helpful way to remember this. If you think about when you multiply area, your units become units squared. And that's basically what you're doing to your scale factor. You're taking 3 and you're squaring it. And it becomes 9. So the original question says, how does the area change when each dimension is multiplied by 3? Well, the area becomes 9 times bigger. In other words, 3 squared times bigger. So you can take that scale factor and you can square it, and that tells you how many times bigger your area is going to be. So for example, if you were using a scale factor of, let's say 4, if we wanted to make each of our dimensions 4 times bigger, to figure out how much bigger our new area would be, we would take 4 and square it, and that gives us 16. So our new area would be 16 times bigger than our original. Same thing if you were using a scale factor to make it smaller. If you were using a scale factor of 1/2, to find out what the new area would be, you would have to take 1/2 and square it, so that would become 1/4. So your new area would be 1/4 the size of the original area. And just a really helpful way to remember this is think about your units when you're finding area. That's going to be what you do to your scale factor.